Hi, I'm Scary Jerry from scaryjerry.net, and I'm going to show you how to make this. I call it a blacklight ghost. But first, let me show you the one that I bought almost 6 years ago and paid around $100 for. This is the prop that we bought about 6 years ago from a Halloween store here locally. It's not even open anymore. We paid around 80 bucks for this plus tax. This was 6 years ago. That's not including the blacklight. To really pull this effect off, you need a blacklight. Blacklight I sell on my website, scaryjerry.net, for about 20 bucks. Now, let's go show you how to make one for around $60 with the blacklight. We're back inside now. He looks a little bit different now, doesn't he? He's kind of naked. But I'm going to show you what you need to make this prop. First off, right here, this is like a styrofoam hanger. You can get it at any arts and crafts store, $7. Skull. This is an oversized one. I have a smaller one and a larger one. The smaller one is like $7. The larger one is $10 off of my site, scaryjerry.net. Creepy tablecloth cover, $5. You're going to need that just to have a contrast in the color, because the main material you're going to be using is cheesecloth. 2 square yards. I bought 7 packs of this at the craft store, $14. So 14 and 5, that's 19. 10, 29. The hanger itself is 7. So that's $36. And last but not least, if you're going to use a blacklight up under this, like how I had the other one I showed you earlier, you're going to need some of this blacklight hairspray. Spray over the material lightly. You don't want to use maybe 1 bottle, 2 at the absolute most. This is $3 a bottle. Now this is extremely flammable, so don't be smoking a cigarette or lighting a lighter while you're using this stuff. Don't blame me if anything catches on fire. Okay? What I've done is just take some wire coat hangers. I bent them out and stuffed them into the foam hanger here. About this far. You can actually see it's coming out here. Be careful when you're sticking it through, because it will protrude through. Done that with both sides. I've also taken one coat hanger, a separate coat hanger, and went straight through the bottom of the skull. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I went straight up through the skull. Once it's at the top of the skull, I just took a pair of pliers and bent the hanger back down to create a hook, so you can actually hang it. And the bottom of the hanger, I bent back up to catch up under here, so it will support the weight. Not going to be real heavy, but most of the material is really light. The hands are actually the heaviest part. I made the hands myself. I actually had some styrofoam laying around from when we moved recently. I just drew an outline of my hand and then carefully cut it out. If you've got styrofoam like this, be careful with it, because the fingers will break. If you don't have styrofoam, you can also buy that at the craft store. I think you can buy a sheet of this. I believe I saw it was around $4 a sheet. If you don't want to spend the money to buy the sheet of styrofoam, you could take coat hangers. It will add more weight to it. I suggest, if you're not going to get the styrofoam when you're at the craft store, paper stem wire. There's a package of 6. It costs $2 for a pack. So obviously you're going to need 2 packs. So that'll add on another $4 if you can't figure out a way to make the hands yourself. But it's pretty easy to make the hands yourself, and I think they look better than buying a pair of gloves or actual hands if you buy them from a store. Now, once I've got the blacklight ghost prop hanging, is when you're going to actually start hanging the cheesecloth material. Now, I'm not going to show you every piece of this, because I think you know how to hang material over this. But basically the general idea is to drape it so, first and foremost, this is covered up and you're not seeing the green with a light on. And you can do this several ways. You can just do one piece long like this and kind of tuck it in the back, and then just go around the whole prop until you have it completely covered. The last one I'm going to put on is this, and I'll show you after I've got them dressed up with my other 6 pieces of cheesecloth. Okay, I've got all the cheesecloth on. I'm going to put my last piece of material on, which is the spooky tablecloth material. And like I said, you could drape this any way you want to. That's kind of how I like it. I wanted it around the head to give it a little bit of a hood effect. So I'm just going to drape this last piece on. Come on. handy. Just kind of spruce it up around there like that. Don't necessarily want the black and the dark material first around the head. I like to have the white part. I think it just looks better. Alright. You could also take a razor blade if you want to and just cut this material up a little bit to have it a little bit stringy or more aged or faded looking, however you want to do it. Last part is the black light hairspray. Now, like I said, if you're going to get a black light to really finish the prop, which I recommend, you're going to need this to help bring it out. So I'm just going to take this and lightly spray it all over the prop, hands, material. Get in the face good. Just going back and forth over it. Okay? We'll let that dry for about 10 minutes, and when I come back, I'm going to actually put this in my window and take down the one I bought and put the one I made up here, and you'll see what it looks like up under a black light. Okay, we put our creepy tablecloth material on. I've sprayed the hairspray on. I let it dry. I use 2 cans. Like I said, you can use 1 can. If you got bigger black light, you probably won't need but 1 can. But I've got the standard 18-inch black light, the one that costs around $20. Okay, I really think you're gonna like this. Just picture this being in your window with a black light on. Like I said, the black light really puts it over the top. So here we go. Because of rain, we had to do it inside, not outside. Okay, you'll turn the lights off so you can see. Like I said, picture that being hanging in your window with a black light right up under it. You can really see. I'm going to move it around so you can see, because I know sometimes this doesn't pick up good on camera. Like I said, I sprayed the face, the hands, the cloth with the hairspray. Like I said, you can make this whole prop for around $36, $37. Just this, the actual hanging ghost. But the black light really puts it over the top. With a black light, you're probably looking at around $60 for this whole get-up, which is a lot cheaper than if you went to your local Halloween store and tried to buy just the hanging ghost itself. I'm sure you'll see the hanging ghost itself is around $70, $80, $100, $120 depending on the size. And I can guarantee you something this size is going to cost you a minimum of $80 to $100. So, I hope you like my blacklight ghost prop how-to video. I'm Scary Jerry from ScaryJerry.net. Remember, you can buy the skull online from Scary Jerry, the blacklight online from Scary Jerry. Just click on the Scary Jerry link to the store. You'll see me dressed up as Leatherface. Just click on that pic and you're entering my store. I hope you've liked my video. Until next time, I'm Scary Jerry.